Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of United and Adventures. It has been remarkable and fantastic start for some of the biggest stars of football who have been eyed to step up and do remarkable things in this start of this World Cup, and they did amazing one for their own countries and their own brilliant performance. And yesterday we had a match between France and Senegal, and one of the biggest stars that was being eyed there was Mbappe and Dembele and others. And I can tell you a fact, their striker Mbappe stepped up and made a remarkable change and make sure that they had to win that match, and he had a blaze. He had 2 goals that was very good. One of them was from a long range, and it was really fantastic to see him step up in this kind of stage and make a remarkable change in their lineup and in their performance in the World Cup appearances. One of the teams that have been eyed to win this World Cup is France, and they made a good start in this competition against Senegal. Senegal is not a small team in African capacity that is being ranked as 15 in the world and must be either 2 or 3 in this competition. And it was amazing to see them France win against them, and not just winning and making a statement. On other matches that was happening the same night was Norway versus Iraq, and Haaland, the Manchester United robot, make another step on making sure that they had to win that match, and not just to win it and make a statement as well, because of what he has been fantastic in nationals, scoring every match and making sure that they win this competition. It's something to keep an eye for and see what happens. And I am happy to see that these kind of stars are not just being there by names, they are there by performances, and they are doing a fantastic job in their group. And in that group, they have Norway, they have France, they have Senegal and Iraq. In their ranking in that group, Norway is the top because of course he had 4 goals against Iraq, and number 2 is France that was scored 3 goals against Senegal, and Senegal is in the number 3 and Iraq is number 4. Something to keep an eye there, because I can tell you a fact, one of many things that I saw in that group is a lot of brilliant performances from different stars, and they are not afraid to make a statement. I'm happy to see that Senegal, even if they lost it, they were fighting for their life. And I'm going to tell you a fact that in the next matches, they are going to appear being a stronger contender and make sure that they are going to at least proceed or progress from the group stages. It's something to keep an eye for in that group. And the other thing to see is France versus Iraq. That will be a brilliant match because, of course, Mbappe, if he's able to score against Senegal, is even going to be amazing for him to score more goals against Iraq. But you cannot just rule Iraq from their name, because of course they had a performance that was really interesting to see them, and they scored a goal as well against Haaland and Norway in this competition. It's something to see and keep an eye for, because of course it's going to be amazing that everyone have to make sure they have to step up. If we go to the France versus Senegal game, it was expected actually that France could have scored 1.78. That is equivalent to 2 goals, and actually they scored more than that. They had 53% of ball possession against Senegal, who had 47. They had 11 shots and Senegal had 6. They had 8 on target and Senegal has just 2. France made 4 big chances against 2 of the Senegals. They had 6 corner kicks and Senegal had 4. Though that means tell you that Senegal was not just defending, they had some good, brilliant performance from their own selves. Expectation on this goal was that Senegal is going to be defensive, but Mbappe and their lineup, they did a good job, and Mbappe, a striker of Real Madrid, and stepping up from France, because of course he has always been good in France, and actually he has been ranked the first on the top of the French league, or no French country being the highest scorers now. On the other thing, that Olise had 2 assists. The Bayern Munich man had a good, brilliant game on starting of performances in terms of assist. Although he did not score, he did amazing job. Someone else who came in was Bakora, who came from the bench and make a statement as well and scored. Even if he started from the bench, didn't limit him from winning or scoring a goal. It's going to be something to see about that, what happens, because of course it's going to be amazing for that. Someone else to see is that Sadio Mane did not step up for his country. Probably he's going to do in the matches that is coming forward. Nicholas Jackson had he had a goal but was offside. Mbappe was scored also a goal, was offside. But that another controversial moment that was Mbappe had been awarded a penalty and then was pulled out because of course the VAR reviewed it and it was not given. So it's something to keep an eye in this group and see who emerges be the top. Let's see, keep the conversation going and tell us who do you think is going to be the top of this group. See you on the next, and thank you so much.